What's going on, everybody? Well, last week I went on my phone, went on my little YouTube thing, and the internet threw up on me. Whoops, you guys are moving around. Here we go. I got a crappy setup here. Tony Morris is no longer serving as a member of the governing body. Wow. This is something that was released last week. I think there's been about 9,000 videos or something like that's been gone over. This has been no small thing anyway. Absolutely blew me away. I had no idea it was coming. And I just thought I would jump on here right quick before this disappears and just do my 2 cents on this situation. And this is kind of tongue-in-cheek. I didn't really do an outline for it. There's my notes, just 3 things that I wanted to bring up, which is pretty much what some people have already said. Because here's a speculation. Either he left because he wanted to leave, he was taken out of the governing body because of things that he did, or he was taken out because of things that he said. And I was thinking about the implications about this and how this is going to affect the organization. Not only how this is going to affect the organization, but really there's a double standard in this that affects not just them, but you guys, especially if you're still in the organization, if you're physically in, mentally in, or if you're physically in, mentally out. It has an effect on you, and there's a double standard here that I really, quite honestly, is pretty hypocritical, but at the same time, it doesn't really take me by surprise. So what I want to do is just think about these 3 reasons, and it's got to be one of these 3 is why he's no longer there. It's one of these 3. Let's just face it. It's not because he retired, nothing like that. There's something happened. We just don't know what, and until somebody on the inside is able to leak some information, we're not going to know for sure. And quite honestly, this is going to disappear probably about as fast as it got started, I think. Because as far as I know, unless one of y'all can correct me, the statement made by the governing body in one of their articles, which was, and I can't even quote it verbatim, but it was just a little tiny statement that was just almost inserted in there, kind of like, oh, by the way. And it was that Tony Morris III was no longer, actually it said brother. There was a little article that said that brother Tony Morris III is no longer serving as a member of the governing body. And that was it. That was the only explanation that we was given. So what's left of us is just speculate. What happened? Don't know, but we can at least think about it. So let's just think about some of the implications on this and how there's a double standard on this. So let's just start with the third one. If he wanted to leave, let's just say Tony was like, you know what, guys, it's been a good run. I just don't want to do this anymore. He just wanted out. Okay, well, let's just say that's the case. All right. Keep it in mind that he, according to their interpretation of Matthew 24, he was handpicked by God himself as part of God's channel of communication for the domestics. That's who Tony is, according to their interpretation. According to what I think, no, Tony Morris is not chosen by God. He's not. If he was to say, you know what, Jesus, I'm not interested in being your channel of communication anymore. PMOs, that's one reason you're a PMO, because you're scared to death to say, you know what, fellas, I just can't do this anymore. I need out. Okay, for Tony Morris's situation, he's still called brother. But in your situation, if you was to say that, at that moment, all of your friends, all of your family, your whole life is gone, and you know it. But it's not the same for Tony. So let's up the stakes a little bit. Let's just say it was something that he did. Say Tony showed up one too many times drunk. We know Tony's issue with alcohol, okay? Now, I'm not a teetotaler, holier than thou, or anything like that, but we know that Tony has showed up on the set and done videos about 3 sheets to the wind, to the point where sometimes you don't even know what the heck he's talking about, and it's just true. And if that's the case, if that was your situation and you had showed up to the Kingdom Hall drunk and whatever is going on, and they have counseled you on it, and you refuse to repent, you will be disfellowshipped, and you will be required, you won't be called brother, you will be required to not speak to anybody, and your friends and family will be required not to speak to you. Now, we don't know what the case is with Tony. I don't even know if the guy's still alive. We haven't seen so much as a crumb of him since this went down. But here's where it gets interesting. Let's just say they exited him because of things that he said. Maybe it was the burnt hot dog thing. Who knows? Or the incoherent speech. Let's just say it was something that he said, and the governing body decided, you know what, Tony? You can no longer serve. The things that you're saying, it just don't work. Maybe it's that. Maybe I've been hearing things that they're trying to soften things up a little bit, kind of change the face of the order, soften it up, weaken it up, try to make it easier to be a Jehovah's Witness. Basically, they're trying to make it suck less, I guess. I don't know. But let's just say that it was the things that he said, and that's why they're taking him out. This is where, whoo, boy. All right, keep in mind, Tony Morris III was chosen by God as his channel of communication, or one of his channels of communication anyway, to his domestics on earth. If the governing body decided, Tony, we can't tolerate the things that you're saying anymore, therefore you're out, they are rejecting God's channel of communication, which means that the rest of the governing body, 8 or 9 or however many guys is there now, they are rejecting God's communication, which means they are rejecting God, which makes the governing body apostates. It doesn't get any more jacked up than this. And you, Jehovah's Witnesses, whether you're physically in and mentally in, or PMO, physically in and mentally out, guys, get out. Get out of this religion. Get out. Cut your losses and get out. It's a sinking ship. I don't know. It's so messed up. Anyway, I don't want to make this a long video. This is so tongue-in-cheek anyway. I wanted to jump on here since everybody else on God's green earth is doing the same thing, and just throw this in there. So at any rate, it's a double standard. Friends, get out of this cult while you can. And I'll see you guys soon. I'm still in the process of doing a series on John 1:1. I haven't done one in a while, but I'm wanting to get that kicked out pretty soon. If you don't mind, please drop a like on the video if you like this. Subscribe. I only got like 300 subscribers or so right now. No big deal to me. If you want to hear more content like this, subscribe, hit the bell. I promise I won't spam you to death. I don't kick out videos like every day or every week or every month even, really, sometimes. But anyway, comment, tell me what you think. I don't know, let me know what's happening to Tony's legacy. I think they have been basically erasing him. I've heard they've already taken photos of him out of the publications. It's just really weird, guys. I don't know. But anyway, that's enough. Peace out. I'll see you later.